I see the VPA continuing to grow as a leader in the pickleball community. We would love to expand our facilities because, as I mentioned, we have 1,200 members, 670 on a wait list, so that would be helpful. We would love to have 12 outside courts near the VPA current facility location. We would also like to increase programming for the youth and seniors in our facility and offer more programs. We also aim to strengthen partnerships within the city and schools in our local area. We just ran a program in our facility with BC Pickleball and Via Sport British Columbia. And what that is it allows kindergarten to grade 7 kids in local school areas to come to the complex and put on a slamboree, which is the kids participating in pickleball along with the teachers. And it went off wonderfully. And we had 150 kids all having a great time. And teachers' comments were they've never seen 100% participation by the kids and enjoying it as much as they did.
I have big hopes for pickleball. I think it's a great sport. I think it's a great time for me at this age to get into it. And I think that it'll be a big journey for me in the future.
You know, the biggest thing for me is the having fun component of the game. And I think you can take things very seriously and have fun at the same time. And at this point in time, he's having a lot of fun playing. And as serious as we do take the game, that fun component has to be there. And as long as that's there and it's something he wants to do, he gets to do it. I mean, he's always set the pace for what we've done. We homeschooled him for the first 7 years, and then he decided he wanted to go to normal school. So he decided he wanted to quit baseball and dedicate his time to pickleball. So he always sets the pace as to what we do and where we're going with it. So as long as he's having a good time, we will continue to support his growth in the sport.
In the far future, I would love to be able to play in the PPA and the pro circuit. That would be a big dream of mine. And even by the time I'm in my mid-20s or so, it might be introduced into the Olympics, so that would be great to play in.
I know I want to continue playing in tournaments. I love that, that challenge, and that it really motivates me to keep working hard and do better. And so I'm going to continue again next spring. But right now there's a couple of us that are planning to go down to either Mesa or Las Vegas and play in the APP tour in the amateur side. So that's the next big goal is to play there and do well. My daughter is definitely showing potential. She is super motivated. She's very competitive. She goes in lots of tournaments, and she's placing, and she's really driven to keep on going. My niece is she's in her first year of pickleball, but she's loving it too. And she's a little nervous to go in tournaments, but I'm working on her, and I really think she will be next spring. I do hope that we all stay super involved, and I'm glad our next generation is involved. My daughter, my niece, and my son. And you never know which other of the kids are going to start playing. I hold out hope that we all are going to be there, but I hope to be here for the long haul. I play against, last night I played against a 71-year-old, and she keeps right up. She's the goal. It is amazing with this sport how it can be every age, from a kid all the way up to whatever age. I think we have an 85-year-old there playing. And the nice thing about it is it's all levels. It isn't just for the best players. All levels, playing mixed, playing doubles. There are singles. It really is a sport for any age and any skill level. It's not only for me, honestly. I love the sport, and I love the fitness, the community, the friendships. I love that all for me. But I also, what is really important to me is that I model that for my kids. My son, he's 13, and he is competitive in sports as well. But of course, I want to model hard work and working through when it's hard, you know, through losses or whatnot, and just being consistent and being determined to keep on going. That is important to me, and that really is what motivates me. And so we do a lot of talking, you know, amongst him and I, and you know, secretly there's a lot of lessons in the conversations, you know, and motivation for me to have those. So it helps my kids grow. And then with my oldest daughter, she's 28, and her playing, I think it does the same. And the more competitive and the more drive that I have, I feel like it also fuels her. That's really important to me and keeps me going.
You know, I recommend people get involved in pickleball of all ages, whether it be their kids or themselves, as early as they can. Myself not getting involved when I had friends asking me around 2010 to get involved in pickleball, and I wish I had, because if I had, I know I would have been playing with my father before he passed. I would have been playing with several friends of mine that have passed that I know would have loved the sport. And I think the athletic component of pickleball, along with camaraderie and the mental stimulation of the game, the strategic aspects of the game, are amazing things that everybody should experience. And even if you just want to play pickleball completely recreationally, I see some people on the courts, and I can tell you the grins on their faces when they make that one shot that they know was just amazing. Even if they're just completely a rec player, the joy that they experience on that is fun for me to watch, even as I'm just walking around. And I think the more people that experience that kind of community that pickleball is, and the fun that you can have, I think it's an important part of people's lifestyle.
Some people might be nervous to start, but really just get into it. Pickleball is a big supportive community. You can just get a cheap, nice paddle, start playing, and away you go.
Our role, what we try and do is, for example, when we had an open day in this road this summer and got people to offer them the opportunity to play in the street, which we did. So that's one way we tried to meet new people and introduce people to the idea of the sport. And I guess in the schools, it could be, I don't know how much involvement there is in schools as part of the sports curriculum or not these days, but certainly that could be developed there.
First of all, I'd say to tell people that it's a lifelong sport, and I'd like them to know the benefits of playing, both physically and mentally, because it does help. And also, it's fun.
Boy, we've got so many members now here in Vernon that we may have to build another court. But that's a big undertaking. That's a huge undertaking.
Vernon Pickleball Association isn't the only place to play pickleball in Vernon. Predator Ridge has pickleball, but I think there absolutely is a need to have other locations to play pickleball. Priest Valley Gym still has, I think the city still runs pickleball occasionally at Priest Valley Gym, but hopefully the new rec center will have space for pickleball and time for pickleball, because we are almost, I don't want to say we're maxed out at 1,200 members, and we do, it's not just members that can play at our facility. We have general non-member times as well. So you don't have to be a member to play, but membership does have, you get to play on scheduled play times, and there's different advantages to becoming a member. But with the growth of pickleball, we have a 500-person wait list right now. There is definitely a need and a want for more locations in Vernon to play.
Well, it's really evolved. Like, I mean, if you've looked, it's on television. They've got their own programs, almost their own channels dedicated to it. There's a lot of people who have crossed over from tennis. because it seems like, there's only so much money to be made in tennis, I suppose. Only so many can win and so much can be put on, where this is fairly new. So now there's a lot of championships in this. And so there's a lot of people that, they're younger and they in tournaments. And I'm sure they're making probably a decent living at training people.
There's a lot of scope for development. The only limitation will be, of course, courts, which is always a problem. But I think there will be more demand and more will be supplied because people will want that sort of thing. A lot of the school basketball courts have been marked out for pickleball, which is good. And they do allow us on them when they're not using them. And we found our association with Seton to be very good. I don't know whether that's the same everywhere, but hopefully it is, and it can be developed. The other thing I've noticed is that when pickleball first started, and we were playing in the parks, Sawiki Park comes to mind particularly for me, there was quite a lot of opposition from people who lived around because of the noise involved. And that was a tricky issue. But it seems to have settled down. I never hear of any complaints now. Whether there are any or not, I don't know. But I think it's become absorbed into the community instead of being something new and strange,
I think it will continue to grow because you have to remember that it's a smaller court, so it's very doable for seniors. But I think we're going to need more courts because we have that big waiting list of 500 people. So I don't know how that will pan out, but hopefully we can get more.
Well, the growth has already happened to the capacity that we can handle it. The courts are busy. We're probably in our busy months at 85% utilization, which is really high. There's not really any more room for growth within the facility. We're certainly trying to broaden the reach, getting more schools involved, getting more youth involved. And so that's, I think that's key to the pickleball future. But the demographics are changing. Certainly the biggest growth area is in younger adults, 35 to 50 and younger. It's often viewed as an old folks sport, but it's not. It just happened to start there. So the growth has happened, and we can't support much more unless there's a significant vision for further expansion of pickleball in Vernon. But at this point, nothing's on the map. So
I would hope to see more dedicated courts in Vernon in the near future. That would be great. I would believe we're going to see higher level tournaments with the facilities as they grow and mature. We can handle more professional players coming here. On a broader scale, I think we're going to see more participation with the Olympic bids. They're thinking of bringing pickleball in as a demonstration sport, and that would definitely boost the worldwide showcase for pickleball. To enhance pickleball in Vernon, we would love to get our parking lot paved, which has been presented in front of the City Council, and they're open to it, and it's on the list. So hopefully that happens. We're really working on those kids programs with the schools now that it's starting to be implemented, and the students and the teachers are all getting trained up and ready to go, and they're super excited about it. So that's what we're going to continue to work on.
I'm just very happy I got to join. I love meeting the people. The players are all fun, and everyone's pretty accommodating. Like if you miss a shot in the recreation league, everybody says, "Oh, don't worry," and that makes it special.
I find that sometimes we kind of got to pinch ourselves to recognize that we actually managed to do this. The project ended up costing about altogether $3.7 million, of which the club has put in over probably 3.1 or more, 3.2. Yeah, if we knew that up front, I guess maybe we might not have, it would have been a hill too too steep to climb, but we've done it in phases, and we're all amazed. We're all very proud of what the club's accomplished, both in facilities and in running a club of 1,200, 12 hours a day, 7 days a week isn't easy, but certainly from my perspective, it's been a very satisfying ride that the group has been able to do this.
I hope that the VPA legacy will be one of inclusivity, community engagement, and a total love for the sport. We want to be known for making pickleball accessible to all and leave behind a strong infrastructure so future generations can enjoy the game of pickleball and love it as much as we do.